One of my up and coming favorite guards that I enjoy watching, and I saw his two preseason games. Tyrese Maxey, man, that boy tough. Y'all, you can keep Halliburton. I love Halliburton too.
I don't want Tyrese. What do you mean, Mr. Fake Tough?
Oh yeah,
yeah, bro. I'm over that.
I forgot.
You got benched the whole Olympics.
But Tyrese Maxey, man, I think he's going to be one of those other players that's every year he's probably going to flirt around with the 50, 40, 90 type of game. But that boy got paid, and he's ready to take that next leap as well too. So I actually see Paul George being more of a third option this year as opposed to a number 2 option.
Yeah, he already said that.
He's going to be a third option?
Yeah.
Okay, if he's cool with that, then that's fine. I mean, at this point, you're 34, might as well. But just to see, like you said earlier, Paul George looks so smooth, and it seemed like he fits so seamlessly into Nick Nurse in that offense. Just makes you think about your old boy, like Tobias Harris. What an upgrade that was as well, too. So if Joel Embiid can stay healthy, PG had some unfortunate type of injuries. I mean, obviously he played last year in the playoffs, and they fizzled out to the Mavericks. That's another scary team because I like the depth that they have as well, too.
The Mavs?
No, 76ers.
76ers. Mm-hmm. No, for sure. I don't know.
This may be their best team they've had since Jimmy Butler and JJ and all that.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. I don't know necessarily if this will be a breakout season for Maxey because I feel like
last year was a breakout season.
It's hard for
was he an All-Star last year?
He was not, I don't think.
Okay, so I have him being...
no, he was.
Okay.
He was.
Well, I have him being an All-Star again, and I guess the next step, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it's just such a... Well, all NBA is just best players now, right?
Yeah.
It's positionless. I wouldn't be surprised if he's an all-NBA type of player.
I mean, he had an all-NBA... I guess I would say that to say, like, he had an all-NBA caliber year last year. It's just always about the competitiveness with the guards.
Yeah.
Because, he averaged 26 and 6, so it's, like, hard for me to... I don't... Especially with Embiid, it's like you're not going to have 2 players averaging 30. I don't see that happening. And then now you're adding in... Paul George is probably still going to take more shots than Tobias Harris. But I think that the leap will probably just come... I think his shooting percentages probably will go up a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe his assists will go up a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I think he's just already really, really good. So it's going to be interesting. Everything around the Sixers revolves around Embiid.
Joel Embiid,
at the end of the day.
He
he missed most of last year. When he came back in the playoffs yet again, he didn't look the same. And that really did hurt them because they were, a top 3 or 4 seed before
every
he got
year,
injured.
yeah.
And then they end up having to fight to barely get in the playoffs. And now you're playing against some of the best teams in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
So
and Joel Embiid said he's willing to, because he already got his MVP, and now it's just about, can I get past the second round? Can I make deep playoff runs? Can I play more meaningful basketball? And he said in his media day availability, like, he's really going to instead of forcing it all the time, now that he has help, he's not gonna be OD. So I hope with that being said, he's gonna be healthy. But a lot of times when he get injured, they just be some weird ass, freak ass injuries. I mean, granted, he has a track record of being injury prone, but a lot of times when he gets hurt, now from what I've seen, it just looks like it's just some weird shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I like the 76ers a lot as well too. Like I said, that's another team that's going to be top 3 depending on Embiid's health, but they got depth.
Who's your top 3?
Boston, 76ers, Knicks.
Where do you have Milwaukee?
4.
4? Okay.
Yeah.
I could rock with that.
I mean, Coach Doc going to get you 50 wins for the year.
I think people are
sleeping on him.
I don't
think they're sleeping on him. I just think the other 3 teams are better. Not much better, but
I don't know if they're better.
You don't think so?
I think, well, here's what I'll say. I think that we all have, in general, people have recency bias. Like that's just how shit works, right?
Yeah.
But so Giannis didn't play at all in the postseason last year. And I feel like a lot of people are just like, well, the Bucks flamed out in round 1.
Mm-hmm.
But of course they were going to. Most of these other teams aren't winning without not only their best player, but their, top 4 player in the league.
Yeah.
Like the Nuggets, if they didn't have Jokic, they wouldn't have made it out of the first round.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I just think that I think they're really good. Now you're in year 2 of Dame playing with Giannis, and you still have
work out
Bobby
together.
Portis, and I think they just have some nice pieces.
Yeah, I just feel like, I don't know, like Giannis is on his Bron shit where like he's going to win you.
He averaged 30 on like 60% shooting last
Exactly.
year.
He's going to get those buckets, and more importantly, he's going to get you a top tier seed. Dame's gotten older, but his game's never really been on athleticism, so I'm curious to see how that's going to work out. It seemed like when they're on the floor together. I mean, you might be right, because before they even got Doc Rivers, they were top
great.
2, top 3
They
seed.
fucked themselves over in the middle of the season with
Yeah.
that.
So I'm
just again, they have continuity this year.
Yeah, they got continuity. I'm curious to see, like, because Chris Middleton looked, before he got hurt, he looked pretty well in those games he played in the playoffs, but he is older. So how much is he going to give for you in the regular season? And Brook Lopez has gotten older too. They got younger with, I guess, Taurean Prince, and then they also got Gary Trent. But
with those outside of the Knicks, if you look at those top 4 teams, you're worried about injury with all of them.
All of them, yeah.
Embiid, Paul
George.
Even
the Celtics with Porzingis.
I actually didn't think about the Celtics. Yeah, but yeah, exactly with Porzingis. I just can't see the Celtics repeating. I really can't. But we'll see.